get this season underway as toe meets leather. And the opening kickoff sails out of bounds. Maybe a little bit of nerves and hopefully not an omen for the way this season's going to go. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Dropping back, it's Wade. Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Creates a little space. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Holds and fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25.
There he goes. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. Just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on third down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical third down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And it slips just inside that right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a man. It's Wade. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. That's a throw and catch you will put on the resume reel. Great footwork along the boundary.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for room at the 30. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast. season on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Wade. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Bring in the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Yeah, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the...
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got his man out of the backfield. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got his man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. On the move.
This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's a heat. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3, but get a touchdown, breaks into the open. Touchdown, Kentucky! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Boise State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Off play action. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The offense changing the play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. That touchdown touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Barry. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
To the air, it's Wade. Looking for an open area to his left. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Catch in the middle, it's Bland. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. He might want another play. second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
On to attempt the try. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to throw, it's Wade. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Going downfield for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got out of trouble and throws. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds a man on the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single-covered, double-covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Flips it out in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Quick completion on the out. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation and what play to dial up.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They just keep firing. This time it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He wants to change this route. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tiger. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And the extra point is good. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Back to pass, it's Wade. Pocket breaking down. And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on second down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Well, in a situation like that where it's third and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. To the air on first down. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more... Looking for a huge play. And they're unable to connect on the long pass. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Looking for a man. It's Wade. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Back to pass on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on third down. They execute well. Tip your cap to the defense. They won that battle.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of three. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play.
42 Spiders. 4-2 Spiders. Griffin.
Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Wade. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Snagged out of the air. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
They're going to test the right side with this one. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. At the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Wade. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kramer. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. There he goes. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Wants to throw. It's Wade. Makes the grab on the left. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free first down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Here we go.
Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Foster. Oh, he's got some space. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.